As I'm writing it, I'm also thinking of it from a listener point of view. So I try to make it to where I can catch myself off guard. Like you wanna keep the story interesting. Like soon as somebody thinks they know what you're gonna say, that's part of the essence of rhyming. Is to keep everybody kind of off guard a little. So I take that and I stretch it with these different things. Like leave one word blank, knowing that the listener is following along and will fill in that blank, like how I'm following along and will fill in the blank, but always put the word that you would least expect, or what they think might be there is not there, but it still makes sense in another way. It keeps the story interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like where you can match wits with the, it's almost like keeping a good conversation with the listener, where you can match wits with them. It makes it more fun to me. So I try to keep it as entertaining for somebody else who will be listening to it down the line, even, and it really puts a sense of longevity to the record as well, to where you never know what the dude's gonna say, so you want to hear it again.
I'd like to start off by thanking our sponsor for financing the parts for this Frankenstein monster, along with my partner who's a bro of few words. We did this research for two nerds and two birds. Piano, do a show, same time watch it, and guaranteed to give them more than just hawk spit. MC extraordinaire, technique sorta rare, quarter clear, sorta scared. Next week more to share from the most retardedest artists this year and forever. Villain them, you mean big brothers love ya. Definitely felonies telling me, treacherously MC yelling B, set him free. Let me see, that strategy's misleading. G's all in the freezer with the batteries and Z-rims. Hear him stalk the concrete with Bunyan, and won't hurt corns when it's on like the stun gun. Not so shocking, for in-face rappers eat rocks over beatboxing. Debunk punks with a stock flow and make it funky fresh with no socks. Wahako, mad villain been as high as Catman do, and tilted to the side like that fat man's shoe. Look, not to give a mixed signal, the rap game got more toys than Kris Kringle, and he's fake. Your ears is not deceiving. I can't believe my eyeballs no more than Steveland. No wonder OMFG snuck him like an unexpected blow from a lefty. Caught me, almost shot an eye out. Felt good though, even with the cotton dry mouth. Time out. Okay, time back in. Never seen a living human being with black skin. What's cracking? Besides smoking trees and wheezing, with no reason working like a broken tetrahedron. We get paid and get even. Building, still get mad when it's time to get villain. They thought the Don had gone silent. Since deep in his studies, he's accepted non-violence. Don't make him have to skip some classes and open up an old can of whoop ass with the fastness. Cut the roll with melatonin, put a little more in. Strip club full of whores and grown men snoring. Keep the block sold like Dread and Bob and Bonus, and make sure the C's know they never ever owned us. Beat a dead pony and sell the corpse for glue. Get a portion off the proceeds for the shoe. No need to bleed if it's no big to do. Flew a fly flow with the speed of Mr. Magoo. Blew a wad on a platinum card debit. Come back broke as hell, ask the God for credit, dead it. The mask is like a handcrafted ghillie suit. Only if the ladies can see him, they say it's really cute. Thanks in advance. Don't try to be cool now, had your chance. Avalanche, rappers is Badger Vance acting. Who need to fix their pants or get smacked by the Mac 10 or 11 or both. Find Jesus, see the Reverend take the oath. He moves his huge hands in the dark like fate, waiting for the date to drop the tape like bait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debut grand opening of Mad Villain Bistro, Bed and Breakfast, Bar and Grill, Cafe Lounge on the water, where we offer you the finest and the finer things. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Live on the beats, we have the one and only Madlib.
How do you do?
We also have King Ghidra on the mix. Yesterday's new quintet is here. Victor Vaughn, Quasimodo, and I'm your host, the supervillain. Just lay back and have a good time, enjoy the music, you know what I'm saying? I like to dedicate this next joint to my bands, you know, Big Hookie and Baba from the Laundromat.
Yeah, the whole mask thing, really, alright, it's a time in hip hop where things, from my point of view, started going more into what things look like opposed to what things sound like. You know what I mean? Before, we ain't know what MCs look like until we went to the party and seen them rocking, you know what I'm saying? Or seen them, you know, most time you see them rock on at a show before you even knew, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, before video, pre-video, you know, so, you know, you really was going off the sound of the record, straight skills. See, once it started getting more publicized and, you know, it started being, hip-hop started being more of a money-making thing, then you get these corporate ideas where you want to put what it looks like to sell what it sounds like. We dealing with music. So what I did was I said, all right, look, I'm going to come with the angle of, it don't matter what I look like, you know, it don't matter what the artists look like, it's more what the artists sound like. So the mask really represents the whole, like, to rebel against the trying to sell the product as a human being, you know what I mean? It's more of a sound, so, you know, and at the same time, it's something different, you know what I'm saying? And it fits with the theme of the rebel, the villain, where, you know, to him, he don't care about the fame, and all that shit is no consequence, you know what I mean? It's more of the message and what's being said. So I think it helps people focus more on what's being said. It's still entertaining. It's still like the theater, and it has the appeal of you know, something that could be considered entertaining, but that message is still there. That, yo, you know, villain represents anybody. Anybody in here could wear the mask and be a villain. Male, female, any race, so-called race. You know what I mean? It's about where you coming from your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the message? What you got to say? You know what I mean? So that's mainly why I chose to bring the mask into the fold.
nasty. That is probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people, you can call me your majesty. Keep your battery charged. He know it won't stick, yo. And it's not his fault you kick slow. Shoulda let your trick hold, chick hold your sick glow. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the brick go. And you know I know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. Peep the slow cutter as he utter the calm flow. Don't talk about my mom, yo. Sometimes he rhyme quick, sometimes he rhyme slow, or vice versa. Whip up a slice of nice verse pie, hit it on the first try. Villain, the worst guy. Spot hot tracks like spot a pair of fat asses. Shots of the scotch from out the square shot glasses. And he won't stop till he got the masses. And show them what they know now through flows of hot molasses. Do it like the robot to headspin to boogaloo. Took a few minutes to convince the average boogaboo. It's ugly, like look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps when you spell the man name. Like a poet, like baby doll. I bet she tried to say she gave me her all. She played ball. All bets off, the villain got the dice rigged. And they say he accosted the man with the sliced wig. Allegedly, the investigation is still ongoing. In this pesky nation, he got the best con flowing. The pot doubles, now they really got troubles. Madman never go like snot bubbles. Off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. ICE Cole, nice to be old. Y2G Steve twice to threefold. He sold scrolls, lo and behold. Know who's the illest ever, like the greatest story told. Keep your glory gold and glitter. For half of his niggas to take him out the picture. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to villain. A mixture between both with a twist of liquor. Chase it with more beer. Taste it like truth for dear. When he at the mic, it's like the place get like, oh yeah. It's like they know what's about to happen. Just keep your eye out like I capping. Is he still a fly guy clapping if nobody ain't hear it? And can they testify from in the spirit? And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And he hold the mic in your attention like two swords. Either that, or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it. Yuck, it's like the end to the means. Fuck type of message that sends to the fiends. That's why he bring his own needles and get more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Slip like Freudian, your first and last step to playing yourself like accordion. When he at the mic, you don't go next. Leaving pussycats like why hoes need Protex. Exercise index won't need Bowflex, and won't take the one with no skinny legs like Joe Tex.
Follow the light. The light is your guide. I am controller of planet X.
3-3.
And I've invited you here to discuss something that's very important.
King Ghidorah, take me to your leader. Quick to claim that he not no snake like me neither. They need to take a breather. He been rhyming longer than Sigmund the Sea Creature. Been on Saturday feature. Pleased to meet ya, and came to wake you up out the deep sleeper. Like he needed to stop before he caught the knee drop. Even give you more sit than ZZ Top. When full bears thou shalt not more corner. Ghidra like one more steps in y'all's corners. So-called rich front if you wanna. When he spit electrics, don't be in y'all saunas. He only here to warn us what the plan is. The hour is up on us, it's bananas. Born alone, die alone, no matter who your man is. Hope he live long enough to tell it to his grandkids. King Ghidra, 3-finger ring fever. Spring chicken eater, ID'd as the ringleader. Who needs a heater? Catch him with bare hands. These same hands that make raisins out beer cans. His own biggest fan, and got a fan base as big as Japan. Yeah, and all hail the king, and give him 3 cheers, fam. Like hit parade, do his thing for the little kings like Sling Blade. To the grave, put in work like a slave. On how to flip scripts on the dipstick brigade. Rock 'em like the old play. Back when we used to rock the shag, no fade. This skill trade like a tailor-made suede. Hit the studio, and I'm paid. Half up front, half upon mastering. Would you like that in cash? Last thing you should ask the king. You don't have to be no crystal ball reader. Allergic to saltpeter, used to be a wall beater. In the game like a Wall Street cheater. A lot of rap noise is annoying like cedar. Turn into a triple X monster from a fairy tale movie. He don't know me very well, do he? King Ghidra crushed on the seas teacher. They need to pay him better, she had nothing on the reefer. Heifer, and I had to offer her a stick of gum. She was as thick as they come and taught a strict curriculum, which is only good for my son. When I'm in the hood, razors on tongue. Nowadays it's amazing raising young. Rule number 1, keep your phasers on stun.
In the time of your life, live so that in that good time there shall be no ugliness or death for yourself, or for any life that your life touches. Seek goodness everywhere, and when it is found, bring it out of the hiding place and let it be free and unashamed. Place in matter and in flesh the least of the values, for these are the things that hold death and must pass away. Discover in all things that which shines and is beyond corruption. Encourage virtue in whatever heart it may have driven into secrecy and sorrow by the shame and terror of this world. Ignore the obvious, for it is unworthy of the clear eye and the kindly heart. Be the inferior to no man, nor of any man be the superior. Remember that every man is a variation of yourself. No man's guilt is yours, nor is any man's innocence a thing apart. Despise evil and ungodliness, but not men of ungodliness or evil. These understand. Have no shame in being kindly and gentle, but if the time comes in the time of your life to kill,
Kill and have no regret. In the time of your life, live so that in that wondrous time you shall not add to the misery and sorrow of the world, but shall smile to the infinite delight and mystery of it.
Well, a wise man once said, do you. And that's what he told me. The nigga said, you know what I'm saying? Nigga like, you know what I mean? Yo, do you. I'm like, do you? What the, you know, I mean, I knew what he meant. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't grasp what he said till maybe a year later. You know, like that was like the wisest statement I heard out of any book or anything I ever read or anything that could, you know, it's a lot of wise statements, but just off the top, do you. Be yourself, and that's the best thing you could do for anything that surrounds you. Anytime you try to copy something or maybe you're not being genuine to yourself. So when he said do you, as simple as it is, off the top, that's the wisest statement on a philosophical proverb that I could think of.